Yo people, wagwan, welcome back to RonsTechHub, and I finally have my own DJI Neo 2. This is a refurbished unit from DJI directly. This only cost me £280. That's with the drone, 3 batteries, receiver and the controller. Brand new from anywhere else. This is £350, so I saved £70 by buying this used from DJI directly. I still get my 1-year warranty and I can still buy DJI Care refresh. So let's do a quick around the box like I did before. On the front, obviously you can see the controller, the drone and the receiver. On the top you have nothing. On the bottom you have all the legal stuff. On the right, nothing at all but the DJI logo. But on the left, this is where we have everything that we need to see. And it tells us all the features here, or most of the features here. It says we have palm takeoff and landing, gesture control, better smoother tracking with active track, easy moment capture with selfie shot, omnidirectional obstacle sensing and versatile flight. I don't know what versatile flight means. 4K high quality imaging. Again, this does 4K video at 60 frames per second. That's amazing for a camera, flying camera that costs only £280. So here it shows us that we have the drone, we have 3 batteries, we have the transceiver, the propeller guard, the remote control, charging hub, so you can charge this charging hub and then those batteries can then charge something else if you need it. USB-C cable. It did come with extra 2 propellers in there, but however, I bought an extra 3. I think I wasted my money on these. They were only £3, but honestly, I don't think I'm going to need them. We have the screwdriver and obviously we have the manuals as well. In the bottom here, we can download the app from the App Store or the Play Store, and it's called DJI Fly app. By the way, this thing that you've been seeing in the background, this is a strobe light I got from ViFly. This is a company I reached out to and they sent me this. This is for the DJI Neo 2, and what it's going to allow me to do is to attach this to the drone, which will make it heavier, but it allows me to see exactly where the drone is. It has a flashing light, it has a light next to the camera, and I just think it looks really cool and 90s when you stick it on the drone at nighttime. So I'm going to showcase this in probably my next video when I actually go fly the drone with the controller, the mobile phone and everything. So ViFly, thank you very much for sending this out to me. All right, so now let's get into the box. And again, RB unit, I'm guessing this means refurbished unit. I don't know why they put these stickers on here. I did break the seal before just to see what was in there. So to unbox this one, I think this is the normal box that comes with this Fly More combo. They have 2 versions of the Fly More combo. They have one version that comes with the drone and the 3 batteries only. But this version here, the proper version, comes with the drone, the transceiver, the 3 batteries and the controller. Let's open the box. And there we have the QR code straight away to download the DJI Fly app. So what I would ideally do here is simply grab my phone, scan that and download the app. I already have the app installed, so I don't need to do this. But if you're doing this for the very first time, I would say download that app straight away, because you're going to need it to register the drone and you're going to also need it to fly the drone properly with the controller. All right, so let's go in. So I'm going to lift from both sides here, lift out, and be careful, be super careful. If you're putting this back in the box, please ensure that this cutout section here faces where the transceiver is. What might happen is if you put this in the wrong way around, this does not have a cutout here. So if you put it down in the box like this, the weight of the box will be on the transceiver and then you probably will damage the transceiver. So if I put this to one side quickly and then let's get the drone out now. I'm gonna hold it by the transceiver, lift up. Yeah, there's nothing else in here, so I can put this away. Then you get this out the plastic and straight away you notice it has everything you would expect from a brand new drone. This has not a single scratch on there, nothing at all. This is a brand new drone. I think what would have happened for something like this is someone would have bought it. Actually, I don't really like this and just returned it really quickly. So it looks brand new to me, even though it says refurbished. We have the gimbal guard attached. We have the transceiver attached, which by the way, you do have to remove by removing these 4 screws here. You don't just pull it off, please, that will damage it. We have the battery on top, and let's press that power button once. At the moment, it has everything it needs to fly. I'm going to take the gimbal off quickly, then I'm going to put this down on the scale, and I get exactly 160.72. So let's say 161 grams. And again, that's with the transceiver attached. If you remove the transceiver, I think that brings it down to 150. I don't think the weight of this drone is heavy by any means. This falls within the requirements of some people flying in some countries without an actual license. Here in the UK, I would need a license to fly this because it's over a certain weight, but in some countries you don't. Let me put this to one side and let's see what else comes in the box. Let's bring this over, and to get into this one, okay, here we go. Pull the lip from here and I can see the propellers at the top there straight away. So propellers, you get 2 spare propellers. You get the controller here. I'm going to pull the controller out. This is the same one that comes with the DJI Neo 1. It obviously doesn't have a screen on there, and I'm trying to get myself an RC2 controller. We have the paperwork here, more stickers again, similar to what the DJI Action 6 came with. We have a USB-C to lightning cable connector. This is also what came with the DJI Neo 1. I really hope that in the controller they have a USB-C to USB-C, because this is no use to me. I only have an Android phone and iPhones have stopped using this since the iPhone 15. USB-C to USB-C cable. You can also use this to plug into the controller and into your phone. By the way, it is going to be a bit long and it might be a bit unwieldy, however it does work. And finally, we have the battery charging case with 2 batteries already in there. So 1 battery comes already installed in the drone and we have the other 2 installed in a charging case. So let's open this charging case up and I'm going to show you. And again, this looks brand new to me because this has not been opened before. If you look around it, the seal, the original seal that came with it is still there. So I'm making the assumption the person only used maybe just that one battery on the drone and never did anything else, then returned it. Then I got a £70 discount. Pull this out as well. This also looks like it's brand new. The seals that were on here were not broken. We have our thumbsticks at the bottom of the drone. USB-C, power, yeah, 100% power or up to 100% power. Yeah, everything looks legit. Everything, let's see if we have an extra cable in here. We have a USB-C to USB-C cable in here. So I do have two cables. So if you have an older iPhone 14 or below, you can use your lightning cable. But if you have anything iPhone 15 or Android phone, then you can use a USB-C cable. That's perfect. That's really good actually. I'm going to remove the battery from this drone, plug it in to get it fully charged up. So to do that, we have a button here on the side and a button here on this side as well of the battery. So what you're going to do is squeeze both sides and slightly lift up. I think it's a bit tight to take out, but simply lift exactly where you squeeze. Don't lift anywhere else. You squeeze and lift out. And to put this into the charging case, let me take this plastic piece out first. The button part at the top has the pins underneath. So the pins part have to go towards the pins part on here. So what you're going to do is drop the bottom part in first. So drop it in so it's against here, and then simply squeeze the sides like you're putting it inside the drone, and then push it down until you hear a click. There we go. Everything is in there. There is a USB-C port at the side. There is a button here at the side that indicates how much percentage is left on each battery. And because it has 4 lights, what that means is if it's only on one light, that's 0 up to 25%. Second light, 26 up to 50%. Third light, 51 up to 75%. And if the fourth light is on, that means it's 75% up to 100%. So I'm going to plug this in and let it charge while we have a proper look around the drone again. So looking at this drone, I'm going to mention a few things I like straight away. Even though I have used this drone before, there is a video on the channel of the previous Fly More combo. The thing I really love about this drone is that I think this drone is for everyone. The fact that it has the propellers, the fact that it has the propeller guards means that I had access to a Neo one and I've crashed it so many. Even my dad crashed it in some bushes at one point. We picked it up and just continued flying. These propeller guards are invaluable. Trust me. The average drone, even the most expensive ones from DJI directly, they don't have this. You have to buy an extra thing that makes the drone heavier. And because of that, your propellers can get damaged really easily. These propellers are also the cheapest propellers that DJI sell. These cost £3 for an entire set. So you have a back and a front one, left and right, or back and front, right and left. You get that for £3. Whereas, for example, the DJI Mini 5 Pro, one single propeller, a single pack of propellers costs £9, so 3 times as much. Yes, that drone and Fly More combo does cost roughly 3 times as much. However, it's just really, really nice that we can get something this quality at this price. And again, this does get 4K 60 and up to 4K 100 as well. So you can get those slow motion shots if you really want it. These two things at the front, again, we have a screen on the left, and on the right hand side we have the LiDAR sensor. The screen is only going to show the mode that you're in, because you can fly this 100% without a controller, without a mobile phone. You can simply press the button at the side, which are these buttons here. That one is the selector, that one cycles through the options. If you press the buttons at the side, you will see the options pop up on screen. I'll show this in the next video as well. And then the LiDAR sensor will allow you to avoid obstacles in front of you. So if you're going from the side, you're going to have struggles. So if you're flying in this direction, it can crash into stuff. But again, because you have your propeller guards, you're going to be more or less okay. Whereas if you're going from the front, if things aren't too tiny like twigs and bushes, you might be okay. But if you're flying from the front, once the things that you're flying toward aren't too tiny, you should be okay. The gimbal is now a 2-axis gimbal. And what that means, let me quickly show you. 2-axis means X and Y. So this is Y going up and down. And then this could be classed as X going side to side, I guess. And that means that your stability with this drone, your video stability is going to be much better versus the DJI Neo one. Honestly, I think even though the DJI Neo one is going to be noticeably cheaper than this, nobody should ever buy the DJI Neo 1 since this has come out, because every single feature on here has been improved. You have more options directly on the drone, whereas in Neo 2 you have to get a controller to do most things on there properly, or link it up to your phone, whereas this you press a few buttons and you're good to go. Not sure if you can see that properly, but at the moment this is only charging one battery at a time. So that tells me that this accepts 65 watts in total maximum power in, but this is probably not giving it 60 watts. What I'm going to try and do is I'm going to use my D-Link adapter, which I know gives me the full 60 plus, and then try again. So I'm going to put this on. I'm going to plug this onto my socket over here. Then I'm going to plug the other end into the USB-C. Let's see if anything changes. So now you've noticed it's charging all 3 batteries at once instead of just the one battery at the end. So what I would highly recommend is, if you're going to take this out and about and you want to keep your batteries charged up, you need to get yourself a power bank that can do the 65 or 60 watts charging, so you can charge multiple batteries at the same time. So you could be flying with one battery, and again, this gets depleted in roughly 15 minutes or less. Once that one is empty, you plug it on and you can have it charging straight away with a 65 watt charger. All right, the last thing I'm going to show you is the controller here. This is the one that they've been using for quite a few years now. The only thing you need to do here is take these off from the bottom and screw them onto the thumb sections here. Press that button once and then press it again quickly to turn it on, and then you do the same thing to turn it off. Press it once, then press it and hold it to turn it off, and it goes off. To get to the cable under here, or to add a cable, this has 2 lips at the side, so it has one at the back and one at the front. All I'm going to do is use my finger, pull up up from the lip, and as you can see, the cable is there, but one side is labeled and one side isn't. So the side that's labeled with the controller, that side stays in the controller, so you only need to unplug the other side, and that goes to the mobile phone that you put on top. And the mobile phone simply slots into this section here. So this does go up and down. If you have a mobile phone or like a really wide one with a case, you might want to take the case off, because my Pixel 7 is relatively small but doesn't fit in here perfectly because it does slide a lot with the case on. So you might want to take the case off your phone to do this. And now this is one of the reasons why I do want the RC2 controller with this drone, even though this is a very cheap drone and the RC2 controller brand new is even more than this drone, but it just improves the overall flying experience. In any case, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, comment, share. The next video is going to be me showing you guys how to set everything up from scratch, brand new drone, to your Android phone and using the DJI Fly app.